Do you want to go back? 0.6.
Okay, go back.
Okay.
No.
Vela.
I am Pedro. With more dreams than t-shirts, I am now making one of them a reality. Sailing the world. I started with van life a few years ago, but eventually decided it was time to try something new. So I sold it, packed up, learned to sail, and am now setting off on a new journey.
After a thrilling first sail, I made it safely to port. But the journey's far from over. Before heading back to my temporary home waters, I took some time to unwind, treating my friends to falafel and exploring the hidden gem that is Braço de Prata in Parque das Nações. Once an old ammunition factory, it is now a vibrant cultural hub, housing art studios, theaters, and even a bookstore. And fun fact, it's one of the few places in Lisbon where you can catch live jazz, poetry readings, and independent films, all under one roof. And it's a hotspot for artists to collaborate and showcase their work. It was the perfect place to reflect on the journey so far. But now, it's time to sail back and prepare for what's next, the real adventure out on the high seas. As you may recall from the previous episode, I had to navigate these shallow waters. Now I must make my way back for some more boat work before setting off.
It's think it over?
Não.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
E depois de disserem que sim, tu dizes, queria só perceber se posso, estou atracado no A9, queria só perceber se posso ir combustível.
Marina Parque das Nações, estão à escuta? Acabaste de acordar.
Isso. Era só uma vez. Ninguém está a escutar.
É hora do almoço. Seria possível abastecer agora? Obrigado. Over and out.
I have to admit, this was incredibly awkward for me. I was surprisingly nervous, way more than I expected. Is it normal to feel that way using the VHF radio for the first time? To make matters worse, the fuel station didn't have enough depth for my boat, which has a 2-meter draft. We made the call to head straight into the passage rather than waiting for the tide to rise. And turns out, that was a mistake.
Depth.
Mas aqui é normal.
E se calhar reduz as velas um bocadinho, não? Que é para não termos tanta coisa com que nos preocuparmos.
Ai.
Especialmente porque a partir daqui vai começar a ser mais fedido. Temos 2 metros de profundidade.
With just 2 hours to high tide, the water was rising quickly, but so was the risk. In parts of this passage, the depths were still dangerously shallow, and I knew the keel, our lifeline for stability, could scrape the bottom at any moment. The idea of grounding here was enough to send a shiver through me, each swell bringing us closer to that razor-thin line between a safe passage and a disaster. It was exhilarating and yet undeniably terrifying.
Max, are you afraid?
I'm afraid, yes.
Of what? What's the minimum?
Because this is chart datum. And look, chart datum means the lowest possible tide here is 1.8.
We are 1.1. Do you want to go back?
Is this 0? No. That's
Hi, Pedro.
1.2.
Eu sei, então o que é que queres fazer?
If we go below 2,
Below 2?
let's go down.
0.6!
Okay, go back.
Ok,
No.
Bela. Bela.
Tens motor.
Vela, Pedro.
Controla.
Pedro, vela.
Calma.
In that moment, we fired up the engine, carefully pulled down the sails, and swung a full 180 degrees to retrace our path. Our fallback plan was clear: find a safe spot to drop anchor and wait.
Ah! Can you make sure the main sheet is locked?
Yeah.
So we had to stop the boat. We are just having lunch and we had to put down the anchor because the tide is super low still, and to get where we need to go we need to wait a little bit for the tide. So we put the anchor down. Now we put the anchor ball, like the good people we are. And now I'm cooking lunch. And yeah. You look cozy.
I am.
But actually, do you want to introduce yourself?
No, thanks.
She's a mystery.
Just like that, we were moving again. The afternoon was calm, perfect for sailing. The boat handled each tack with ease, and before long, we hit the fastest speed I'd ever experienced. It was a thrill. Just us, the wind, and the open water.
We are sailing with just the Jeanneau. So we have just the big sail up, the head sail, and we just hit the record of 7 knots.